But shout out to the Grizz tonight. Actually, I want to open up first and foremost. Uh, Prayers out to the Taylor Jenkins and his family. Missing the game tonight. And everything like that. So hopefully, everything is going okay and well with Taylor Jenkins and his family. Missing the game tonight, but yeah, just a good win. These boys went out there. They competed tonight. Um, Coach Isolo, he definitely stepped in, and I can't say that I just seen a whole bunch of totally different things, but I will say this, he was able to ride the momentum. That momentum in the third quarter was huge. Especially with Jay Huff hitting those threes and everything like that. I think that's what really, broke this game wide open for us. Shout out to the gang, just being able to be competitive from start to finish. Once again, so shout out to them, man. Ja definitely went down. I can't believe that wasn't like a flagrant two. That's just unbelievable. If that was a Dylan Brooks or anybody else in the Memphis Grizzlies uniform, that definitely they would have been suspended for 3 games, damn near. That's just incredible that wasn't even any kind of foul or anything, man. But shout out to Jake. I think he had a solid night. My guy Jalen Wells, man. I would really like to go in depth about Jalen Wells, but tonight, he had the second bucket of the game right after Zach Edey had his first one. And then to close it down there near the end, kind of when the Lakers was kind of making a little nice little push there at the end. Jalen Wells completely shut it down, man. So shout out to the Rook. Very proud of him. Jaren Jackson Jr., another guy that kind of just shut the door on these guys early in that fourth. Um, so shout out to Trip. I thought we should have went to him a little bit more earlier, but J Huff hit that streak right there, and it just kind of played out the way that it did. But shout out to the gang. One last thing, y'all make sure y'all check out the YouTube. Anybody that's listening on replay, please go over to YouTube for me at Spaces or at Grindhouse Spaces over on YouTube and watch the replay back on there if y'all can. Thank y'all. But let me go ahead and get the Grizz Company, man. UL, Dez, Miss McCrimmon, and then Alexis. Oh, I'm sorry, and my guy OD. I gotta get you in there, man.
Yeah, good team win. It felt good to beat the bitch ass Lakers tonight. It don't even feel the same beating them without like Ja in the game, but it is what it is. We take the dub regardless. The biggest story to me is the NBA. Like, it got to be said, y'all fucking up. Anybody else goes up for that lob and they take him out, undercut them, flagrant two, like Jay said, bro. That shit just got no place in the game. You got to protect your stars, bro. This is the young star that you niggas wish the Ant was. You see the shit that's happening. You see in-game action movie shit going at older niggas, going at the older guard of the league. That's what you want. You don't want these bitch ass niggas impregnating everybody's baby mamas, doing all that dumb shit. Invest in 12, invest in the real shit like I said. But anyway, shout out to Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight. He stepped back up. He was ass last game. Came back, went right at Bron. If y'all noticed, every time we play these niggas at the Jaren Hater Hive, every time we play these niggas, Jaren's at Bron's fucking head. Game 1 of the playoff series, he's at his fucking head. Now he's at his fucking head. He sees AD, he's going to his head too. So shout out to Jaren Jackson Jr. All NBA. That's loading this season. Depoy action. That's what we do. But shout out to the whole front court tonight. Like when we needed to play big, we played fucking big. Edie stepped up. Santi played good. BC's playing well. His shot just not going in. But everybody's getting involved in the wing rotation. Like, shout out to Jalen Wells, bro. You're over GG for me right now simply because of the fit that you play with the stars. Yes, GG was the garbage man all-star last year, but this kid fits with the role players on the team. He fits with the stars on the team, and he just knows what he's doing. And he's got self-creation. I know y'all seen that step back three in that fucking game. The kid got self-creation in his bag, so this kid got the sky's the limit. Shout out to this rookie class. King Climbing, you did it again. But I need you or somebody to go on that fucking podium tonight and rip these refs a new one and protect your fucking stars. That's all we need. Nothing else matters tonight. Rip those fucking refs The story is John Morant tonight. We move.
No, I appreciate you, man. And yeah, once again, just nasty business from the refs, man. They give a 30-minute detailed answer on how somebody ain't get a foul, but you can't call that, bro. Like this shit's ridiculous. But you're also right about what Jaren did tonight, man. Shout out to Trip once again. Like I said, I would have before that J Huff stretch. I just didn't understand why we wasn't going to him straight out of the half a little bit, but it all played out. You know, it all played out at the end, so you can't get too mad at it. Um, uh, oh, you talking about him going at LeBron? Yes. Actually, in the most crucial moment of one of the most crucial moments of the game, that's when Jaren went at LeBron and went straight through him. Right before the half, Ja and LeBron went, kind of back and forth and everything like that. Before Ja got hurt, man, he was going crazy. If Edie would have caught that damn pass, but Ja was a little hype. He threw that bitch hot as hell. But Edie wasn't ready for it either. But anyways, Ja got hot. I like the back and forth between the right before the half. But I will say this, just a tad bit of nitpicking from both of Ja and Jaren. In those situations, I would still like to see a little bit of basketball IQ though. Like, of course, LeBron is trying to bait you into trying to overpower him or one-on-one him. That's his mindset. But eventually you're gonna have to grow and be more cerebral in those moments. Ja, find your big man. Like, yeah, you can do the ISO and go one-on-one, but instead of trying to make a fadeaway mid-range shot that you don't even take on any type of regular basis, make some kind of dime or something and use your cerebral skills right there. Jaren as well. But shout out to both of them for going at him though. That's the number one thing to have the mindset to do it. But anyways, I think I said Dez, UL, Miss McCrimmon, Alexis, and then OD.
Offensively in the second. It's UL, but right before me. You got it,
Oh,
UL.
okay. My bad. Go ahead, UL.
Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Great win tonight. The four J Horsemen, Ja, Jaren, Jalen, and Jay Huff. Oh my God, bro. Hey, we really got Jay Huff and fucking Scotty from the Lakers. Another fleet, bro. We farmed the niggas. No, the Lakers are our farm, bro. We farm players from them, bro. They really let those two go. Hey, sucks to suck, but I don't care. Fuck them niggas. I swear it's fuck the Lakers forever. I still don't forget that series. I don't. It still lives rent free in my mind. I'll admit it. And I get happy and a smile on my face every time we beat them. I don't care if they were down AD. Nigga, we down Dez. Player for player, nigga. Keep it pushing. Um, Also, fuck the Lakers for injuring my guy, Jaw. That shit was a clear undercut, and we deserve justice, nigga. I was so mad when that shit happened. Had my boy was cooking all game, and they did that shit to him. That boy should have had at least 30 tonight. Some bullshit. But hey, man, good win tonight. Got them bum niggas out the way. On to the next one. Go Grizz.
No, I appreciate you as always, UL. Go ahead, Dez, Miss McCrimmon, Alexis, and then OD, and then Riz.
Shout out to all the Laker fans that went to the game, paid them quintuple marked up ass prices for them tickets. You got to get that L. You got to pay 5 times market value to go home with a loss and not even see AD play. I appreciate you. You giving to the Memphis economy. Lord knows we gonna need it coming up. Uh, yeah, I love to see it. Like the game tonight, man. Ain't too much critiquing. It's just it's obvious that the rotations is what they are, like from whomever that comes from. Edie had, I think what he had 4 points and 6 boards in about 5 minutes and 30 something seconds, something like that.
4 minutes, bro.
Yeah, 4 minutes. Yeah, that's insane. Like he a Euro coach is what it is. Like that was crazy to watch. Um, that's this type of shit. That's the reason those type things are the reason David Black just had 1 year in the league. Like it's just certain things like when you do overseas, you can't do it here, especially off the momentum he had from the last game. But overall good game. You know what? BC is not the same player physically. That's clear to see. Anybody with eyes can see he's just not the same. Put on a little weight, but he made his little heady plays or whatever. I just it's gonna be really hard with a healthy roster to play him over a Edie or Huff. That's just it's gonna be basically impossible. I just don't see how you could do it. Huff is able to go on runs. He able to get high and defenses leave him open. Like that's the thing, and that's what I talk about. Like when other coaches game plan, you have anytime you outgun, you have to game plan to leave somebody open. That means somebody that you just don't think can do it is gonna, you're gonna challenge them to beat you. And you could tell Braun was the person that was on recovery. He was the person that was supposed to switch over to Huff on them threes. He didn't get out there in time. Like that was the plan. Like there's only so much ground he could cover out there by himself, especially without AD. And Huff punished him. And when they did rotate and he ended up outside the paint, Huff got to put back dunk, right? So this is the third game this year I've seen the Grizzlies be able to take advantage of teams just basically saying Huff is, if he can beat us, he can beat us. And I like that. He pure. Like somebody jump shot pure when they don't even have to bend their knees to shoot it. He doesn't even need his legs to shoot threes. That's a rare thing. And it ain't that rare in today's NBA actually, because Sante don't got a bend. He just catch and shoot with his wrist. So it's crazy to watch that. The NBA didn't used to be like that. I love to see it. The creative Jake stuff, like against a fully healthy team, I don't want to really see that. Like it's rough to watch, man. It's really rough to watch. You could try to force it. And he had 8 assists, man, but it's a real hit or miss with dude, offensively. But he go out there, he hustle. I hope it's a way they can keep him and move Conchar. That would be cool if he took Conchar's spot. I could live with that. But y'all know how I feel about cardio though. So by default, I want him gone. Just cause. So Steven Adams can cuss him out on another team. But overall, good game. The one thing the one takeaway from this game that is a negative for me, when Ja hit that floor, somebody's supposed to get the shit slapped out of them. Like that's your franchise. That is the
But
man got more.
I will say this though, Des. Edie wasn't on the floor. I got a feeling he would have.
But see, this the problem I got with that though, Grind. This ain't the Mighty Ducks movie. It ain't just two enforcer. Everybody need heart. Like this ain't
No,
a
I
Disney
got you.
movie.
I agree.
It's like the big dude shouldn't have to be. He 22. He shouldn't have to be the muscle for the whole team. One of you motherfuckers. You see
He
this
might
man
be
got
22, but he's 27.
man. That man John Morant got 240 million something social media impressions in what 3 days. That's insane numbers. You don't somebody somebody from the front office of the coaching staff need to take them folks in the thing and say him. If somebody puts him on the ground, I'll pay your fine if you slap the shit out of them. Like that's how like Charles Oakley used to do that for Jordan. If people not familiar with that, Charles Oakley would go straight after you. And after he left, it was many other people that had to be in. You need enforcers for your high flyers. Cause somebody has to punish them for putting them on the ground like that. And the NBA, honestly, Coloco should never get away with fouling John Morant just because he in a Laker jersey. Listen, man, you got somebody giving you a quarter of a billion views, a quarter of a billion views in 2 or 3 days. That's inexcusable for us as a franchise to let that slide. But the rest of the game, good. But that just don't sit right with me, man. He looking up on the floor and looking dejected. I'm like, slap the shit out of him. Like anyway, I got it.
Oh, you're 100% right. Des. 100% right. Let me go ahead and get to Miss McCrimmon, and then Alexis, and then Reese.
Hey, everybody doing okay? It was a good team win. Of course, Ja's gonna be Ja, and I agree with you, Des, because I know that would have been me. I would have been fighting so bad. Um. Anyway, outside of that, I think LeBron figured out that Jaren's a grown man tonight. You can tell that weight that Jaren has put on is really paying him dividends because nobody can do anything with him anymore. And if Jaren just stays focused, like is nobody can do anything with him. Like he is just gonna be a monster. And it's nice to see. You want to see that. You want to see your young team going at the people who are supposed to be the best at it. And to me, that's like competitive nature. I love the competitiveness of the game. I would have really liked to have seen Edie play or get more run. I just don't know what they got against Edie. I ain't figured it out yet. Um, I would like to see Scotty actually play decent to me in the second half. In the first half, the big thing about Scotty is I really love Scotty's game, but sometimes he just don't have a lot of vision on the floor, and that just disturbs me because I mean, even a couple times he overlooked Ja for a couple alley oops and just just a lot of plays on the court. And so my big thing about him is being able to see him be able to actually have more court vision. Of course, Jalen Wells, I love that kid's game. I just do. I'm not gonna put him over Gigi. And the reason why is because I see Jalen Wells more as a 2 than a 3. But that's just me. And so for me, I definitely can see him behind Bane. And honestly, in some games you can play him ahead because they kind of got the same game, and he's bigger, he's taller. So you want that. And then for me, I think outside of that, with the whole Ja situation, of course, Ja was playing bananas. I love that. Jay Huff and Puff, is that what they call him, Huff and stuff? I just love the spark that he gives off the bench. I really just like that. When he on, he on. And I really, really like seeing that from him. And I think overall, Jake is going to hustle, but you cannot leave him out there for long stints of the game. You got to let him go a couple minutes, pull him out, because he's going to disasterize something. And that's just he what you got him in for, it just doesn't match. It doesn't work. So, but yeah, overall, I think it was a good team win, and I really like the way this. So, on to the next one.
Appreciate you as always, Miss McCrimmon. Let me go ahead and get to Alexis and then Riz. Where everybody at, man? Y'all ain't excited about this win. I mean, I know once again, I know it's not with AD out there and everything like that, and we lost Ja. Like, I don't know, I don't think Ja even returned to the bench or
He
anything
did.
like
He
that.
he
Oh, he
returned to the
did.
bench and then he went to the tunnel and he watched the rest of the game from the tunnel. Like not the tunnel, actually from like it where the crowd in the tunnel meet. He
I
was
get what
watching.
you're saying. No, I got you. But yeah, so it is good to see him back out. I think Ja is okay. I didn't necessarily see what he landed on, I guess, but I guess they said a hamstring. So probably just the impact of the fall, the and the vibrations of it and stuff like that. Hopefully he all right. But how you doing tonight, Alexis and then Riz?
Hey, I'm good. Hey, everybody. I just want to say, you know, I'm sorry for doubting Jaren. I feel so bad. Oh my gosh. But okay, so I had like two other things to say. I forgot because like it was like 15,000 people for me. Okay, so is Ja okay? Like, is he gonna be okay?
We hope. I mean, Jai is one of those people that usually just bounces back, usually. But if the organization has anything to do with it, we might miss him a game or two or something. I'm not sure, but I think he should be okay.
Okay, because oh my gosh, I started freaking out about that. Like, y'all know he's important. But also like whatever happened to Coach Jenkins, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm praying for them, whatever happened. And yeah, that's really like all I had for today. But I was excited about this win. I even said that we were gonna win before the game.
Oh yeah, I mean, we should have won, especially without AD. Rui Hachimura, who always tears our ass up. We should have came out and won this game, and they did. Like I said, even despite the injuries, Desmond Bain, Marcus Smarts, GG Vince, all those guys. Luke Kennard's back tonight. Nothing too special, but was able to get a three there near in the fourth quarter and stuff, or late third, one of those two. But good to see him back out there. He was navigating a little bit. I'm still not with this on ball loop type ordeal that they got going on, but he made it work a little bit tonight. Um, but let me go ahead and get the Riz, and then let me get to Logan and David, and then Toon and Coach Vontae.
What's happening, man?
What's going
Good,
on?
man. It was a good team overall win, man. I like it tonight. It was a good team overall win, but somebody mentioned something about them oops, man, from Scotty Pimpin Jr. I don't know who it was on here, but I was calling it out, telling a friend of mine, man, we watching that game. I said, man, damn, man, they gotta start throwing that ball up, 12 going up, and he just missing him. But good team overall win, and I got to go back and look at that play. Somebody said he was undercut. I missed it for real. But I seen when he went up, but shit got bad for me after that. So I really couldn't see what happened, but see him at the tunnel or whatever, standing at the tunnel, that's a good view. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's too bad. I think it's just soreness from the fall. But that's all I got is a good team overall win. Shout out to the Grizz. I'm out.
No, I appreciate you, man. And it was the defense too. Like I don't think I know I haven't highlighted it. The defense tonight. They played stout. Like I thought we did a good job against Austin Reeves, even though when I looked at the box score, I was kind of surprised at what he had, but I thought we did a really good job on Austin Reeves, especially Jalen Wells, man. Like I'm telling you, man, this kid just continues to thoroughly impress me. Even on a bad shooting night the other night, I still liked a lot of things that I seen from him. Even on the offensive end, just playing smart, high IQ basketball. And it spilled over to the night when you're at home. You know what I'm saying? So, when you're at home, your rookies and your role players, as Grizz Company man used to always call it, the Jose home factor, Jose Alvarado for the Pelicans. But yeah, on the road though, those guys they struggled last game, but it's good to see them back in there. Him, Jay Huff, all these guys going out there and contributing tonight. Um, but who did Logan? I think I got Logan next. David, Toon, and then Coach Vontae, and then you.
Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? Hey, that was a hell of a game, hell of a game to watch, man. Man, I watched the whole game, man. Like I said, I love to see Ja playing like that, how he was playing, taking that tech. That's what we've been missing, man. That's what we miss seeing. So having him back out there, hopefully this little injury, you know what I'm saying, it ain't nothing serious. He'll be able, maybe at most he, sit out a game and come right on back. But man, two dudes that stood out to me, man, they goddamn Jay Huff and Jalen Wells, man, were like, bro, it's just like they just good additions to the team, bro. And I know Jay Huff, him doing what he doing, he gonna be fine. He gonna be as long as he consistent, he gonna be good. But Jalen Wells is a rookie. Like if he just get, build on it and stay consistent, bro, dude, the sky's the limit for him, man. Like, dude is he rose to the occasion, man. Shot that three in LeBron face like that. LeBron couldn't do nothing but pat the man on the head. Cause I mean, like, that's what we want, bro. Like we want guys like that who not scared to shoot. You got somebody like Luke Kennard who get in the playoffs, he's scared to shoot. Put that rookie who ain't got nothing to lose out there, let him play. So I like that they letting him gain his confidence. The only thing I see, like, I saw Ja and Edie were missing each other on when Ja was trying to do the exquisite passes and all that. The thing I would only say is that, man, they just got to be more intentional with getting Edie the ball in the minutes that he playing. Like, You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's still getting adjusted to playing in the NBA at their size and at their pace that they play at. Cause them boys was running tonight too. The Lakers was tired. You could tell them boys was tired. They was gassed after that, like in the middle of that third quarter for the game. So them boys are playing with some pace. So you know what I'm saying? When Edie in the game, I know it's the NBA. He got to be able to make the plays when they come to him. But maybe if you just be more intentional with getting on the ball instead of trying to do a no look pass or something, like just give him the ball. He that big, let him cook, let him do his work in the paint. So that's my only negative I would say about the game that I saw. But he also got to play to get them opportunities. So hopefully that fixed. But outside of that, man, like I said, great win. I might have, had a little Kool-Aid and thought Jake was doing something, but I rest my case on that. I ain't got to speak too much on that. Cause like I said, Jay Huff and Jalen Wells, man, they stepped up and rose to the occasion, man. I'm glad they on the team, for real. Cause I know Grind. I remember you was talking about. We was like, who the hell is Jay Huff? And he was like, bro, just trust what I'm saying, bro. He gonna be good. I see it. And you weren't even advocating for him to be on the roster. You was just advocating for him to, what I'm saying, step in on the two-way. So for him to be on the team, like I said, man, I love that addition. Jalen Wells gonna get better, man, and like I said, hope Ja get better, and Jaren, he'll get better. It is what it is, man.
No, I appreciate you, Logan. And yeah, you're right, man. Like I said, J Huff, Jalen Wells, those two just stepped up to the occasion. Third quarter, J Huff for real, because early in the game he struggled. I even tweeted out, I don't like this chopped up J Huff. He was chopped tonight, y'all. I know y'all seen it. But yeah, that third quarter they put him back in, and that was the difference between last game and this game a little bit. Like last game, he came out struggling as well. He only played 8 minutes. He struggled mightily in those 8 minutes. And tonight he came out struggling. It might not have been in 8 minutes, but he struggled. But they trusted to put him back in, and he got hot. So shout out to J Huff once again. Santi as well. Santi had a double double tonight, y'all. Like that dude has been very solid at the three. We always said, like, the lack of rebounding kind of that we get from Jaren. We're gonna need three men that can go down there and crash the boards. And Santi's been that this year so far. 11, or I know at one point he had 11 and 11. I don't know what he finished with. But shout out to Santi. uh, Even Jaren himself though, in the first half, I give it to him. He did get down there in the paint, got dirty. Ended up with like 5 or 6 rebounds in the first half, so that's pretty solid for the first half for sure. Like I said, uh, I I think he only played like 3 4 minutes coming out of the half, and that's when J Hove came in. Like I thought Jaren still had a solid game, and I would have liked to gone to him a little bit more out of the half. But like I said, it all played out at the end of the day. But go ahead, David, Tune, and then Coach Vontae.
Yeah, yeah. What's good, family? Uh, Want to get into the positives before I go into my dissents. Like I say, I'm not a. It don't matter, babe. Just take the thing out. I'm not an X's and O's dude. I ain't gonna pretend to be. I like to think that I'm able to recognize at least, the flow of offense and the way things should move. But like when y'all start talking about actual plays, pin down, horns, and all of that type of stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. But Wales, Huff, I love them. What they do seems easily replicatable throughout the whole season. Only time will tell what'll happen in the playoffs. Jake LaRavia, I call him Coleslaw in the most endearing way possible. He's actually a really good basketball player when he's able to play with the talent level he's supposed to be around, as far as second and third units, and his hustle, tenacity, and aggressiveness are the type of things that any coach would love to have coming off his bench, especially the deep bench. Luke made a three. I like that. We love that, and um, I think that's about it. But as far as being happy about the win, all wins are good, but this was a scheduled win. We didn't have our generational Grizz killer, Rui. We didn't have AD, so we didn't get to see how Jaren's new body, hopefully stronger mentality, stacks up against that. And 4 minutes and 9 seconds into the game, Edie was benched for another quarter. And like I say, X's and O's, I'm not that guy. But I feel like in my mind, in the first half, because the second half was a lot cleaner from my view. The first half, it felt like the coach that's next up, I think it's the European dude, has an even worse feel than Taylor by some of the rotations I saw, some of the decisions. And the main thing that I don't like is that this type of win reinforces the things that have got us beaten in the playoffs or in close games against top talent throughout the years, and that is the willingness to let it fly. What was it, 2, 3 years ago? You know, the mantra was let that motherfucker fly. And, you know, we got Wells, we got Huff, we got Bang. Luke, when he decides to shoot, these guys can knock it down. But as far as just the team mentality, we got Edie and we got Jaren. We got to work inside out. We got to make sure that the half court offense is a well oiled machine, and given your generational talent. And I learned that talent specifically refers to like your physical gifts. So Zach Edey is literally a generational talent, having a leash so short that if you turn your body, you crank his neck. That his leash is ridiculously short, and we're still a hurt team. When we used to give Roddy, uh, who else did we get away? Give away? Can't think of the guy. I'm drawing a blank on
Eves
the
Pons.
Yee's Pons, David
No,
Roddy.
not use pond, not use pond, bro. You talk about
It's like,
Tillman.
I always liked Tilly. I always thought Tillman was a plus player. Jenkins never played him the way that I would have liked to see him. Me personally, just off the tangent, whenever Tillman was on the floor, he never did anything, in my opinion, that warranted him to get as many DMPs as he's got. But you know, for health reasons, my guy had his issues. But yeah, the main thing for me is just the championship reps that we need, the championship offense that we need, that for the personnel that we have right now is inside out. We can make our threes when they're open, when they're in the flow of the offense. But when that is the go to, when that is option one, we as a team are going to get beat more times than not because we just don't have the personnel to keep it up. And relying on Wells and Huff. Huff is technically not a rookie. He's technically a vet as long as he's been playing. But Wells is a rookie. Like, and I don't want to ramble too long, so I'll land my plane on that.
No, I appreciate you, man. And I agree. Once again, I kind of been laying it out there the last few spaces. Um, we this is Grizzlies basketball. I understand the way that the NBA is going, which way they're trending, but we got to play to our strengths. And then you got to make everybody else play to your strengths as well. Like even tonight, like I said, even though we blew the game open in the third quarter, I'm with David. Like and I heard Dad say this earlier. It looks like the some of these rotations are set. Like with the Edie thing, he sat out again. 8 minute mark in the first quarter, all the way to the 8 minute. I mean to the yeah, to the 8 minute mark in the second quarter. So that's 10 minutes that he sat out once again. So it's set in stone that he's probably gonna sit 10 straight minutes, which is ridiculous. 10 straight NBA game time minutes at that. Real time minutes, it varies, but that's just kind of ridiculous to me, especially when he was hot. And he was hot last game as well when they sat him. So I think they need to try to switch that up a little bit if they can. But go ahead, Tune, and then Coach Vontae, and then you will.
What's going on, gangland? I'm gonna be quick. I just want to come up here because you kind of low key pull niggas cards about not coming up here with the win, but now I was tapped in. I was tapped in somewhere, bro. I was in the studio shooting some stuff and some pieces and stuff like this, so I was pretty much kind of in and out the game. But from what I took from it, man, because I really tapped in kind of like second half, then like most of like the fourth quarter, whatever. I really like what I had seen from Jay Huff, and I like what I seen from Jalen Wells. Man, Jalen Wells' real deal is making the case and making a statement. You can really say like, seem like he finna be like one of them ones that you know what I'm saying that they slept on in the draft. So I'm glad we gave him on the team. I'm glad he getting them minutes and he getting comfortable. I know one thing that I did want to happen, but that didn't happen. I did want to see Edie match up against AD just because I wanted to see Edie, you know what I'm saying, out there, even though I felt like AD probably would have dominated, but Edie would have got, you know what I'm saying, that touch, that feel, you know what I'm saying, to be able to adapt and see how AD was coming, you know what I'm saying, towards his game. And I felt like he really could have learned from that and not listening to y'all, like even with AD not playing, you know what I'm saying, they still say Edie. And I don't know what's going on with it. Like David said, bro, like I feel like you gotta utilize that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause Trip usually every single time Trip played the Lakers, it was like, you know what I'm saying, he got put in the blender. But me really, while I was doing the photo shoot, me really actually listening, it was just like Trip was really going at these folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, damn, like he ain't on no bullshit. Like Trip out here, I think I seen like what he put up like 20.6 rebounds, like 3 blocks or some shit like that, somewhere up in there. So I'm just like, yeah, Trip came to play. He ain't on that bullshit, cause usually, you know what I'm saying, they be bitching Trip ass up, but he came to play, and that's why I said I just kind of wanted Zach Edey to get that feel, man. But uh hopefully he'll get it. We get over them a couple of games down the line. I just want him to get that experience in, especially wherever they try to place us in, and you know what I'm saying, play in or 6 seed, 7 seed, 5th seed, wherever they're trying to have us placed. I wanted him to get that feel. But outside of that, man, it was just a good dub. Just had to come up here and let my voice be heard. Like Pimp C said, man, you gotta show up in the good time and in the bad time. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't just gonna come up here and just talk shit when they lose. Like, nah, we gonna clap hands when they win. They go out there and they ball and they do their thing. So yeah, man, I was just coming up here showing love, bro. I'm finna get ready to unpack all this camera equipment and start doing some editing and shit. But go Grizz, man. In the words of my boy Grizz Company, man. Hey, dog, we move. You feel me?
No, appreciate as always, Tune. Y'all make sure y'all follow in Tune. Check out his website. Definitely got some fire gear on the way and already on the site, man. But let me go ahead and get to Coach Vontae. What up, Coach?
Hey, what's up? What's up, man? I wasn't even gonna come up tonight, but I was like, I gotta come up and talk a little bit. But yeah, a couple things, man. I think Jaren has looked much more balanced this year. He not fading on his finishes as much as he has in the past. Like he's a much stronger and mature player, it seems. Wells is him. like I don't even need to see a whole lot more to know that he's ready for like competitive basketball, like the high stakes regular season games and playoff games, whether that's coming off the bench or starting. He's just a prime time player. Like after the performance last game, for him to come out there and saw a little bit swag tonight, like a little showboating tonight. Confidence is showing. You know what I mean? And he even got matched up on Braun, and like Bron hit a tough fadeaway, but like he had to because Wells walled him up. You know what I mean? He had Reeves visually frustrated. All of that flopping and stuff that him and D'Lo like to do, it just wasn't working on Wells tonight. So he continues to impress me. Ja, um, that's what I was talking about when I was talking about the leadership and the dog mentality and the not being soft thing. Like that little thing that he did tonight with him coming back on the other end, scoring and then bumping Bron and taking that tech. I think Taylor Jenkins should do this a lot more. Like just lose your fucking mind and get a tech, and it just creates this. It gives confidence to the rest of your players because Santi kind of started to turn up, and he surprised me a little bit tonight because he played a little bit more physical and was a little bit more forceful on the offensive end, and he was a little bit more energetic on the defensive end. So keep having that mentality and keep what I'm saying, talking your shit, bro, and standing on it. You know what I mean? That's all we want. Huff, prime time player, bro. Like he's a blessing, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's a blessing in disguise. With some of these guys playing well, like with Wells playing well and Huff playing well and Scotty playing well, like some of these vets probably gotta feel the writing on the wall. I mean, like I ain't gonna speak too much on that and go too much deeper into that, but like the writing's on the wall for some of these people, bro. And in terms of the Edie thing, the minutes thing was still a little bit similar to Jenkins. But I'll say that like at least Isolo, like the lineups that he went with, like they just made more sense. Like if you weren't gonna be playing Ja at a certain time or you weren't gonna be playing Edie at a certain time, like going to Clark and Jaren instead of Edie, like I don't necessarily mind. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily mind. I would love to see Edie out there, but like if you were gonna pick any lineup to go to, Jaren and Clark, like I can't be mad at that because it's a proven winning formula, like as you've seen tonight. And in terms of the lineups just flowed a lot better just because of Kennard. I think Kennard, even if he's not out there shooting, he's not going to be turning the ball over and doing the dumb shit that we see from other players. So him being in there and kind of like making people close out and attacking closeouts and sometimes making that swing pass or sometimes getting into the lane and doing what he do, it's a lot better than watching John Conchar try to do that. You know what I mean? Or the combination of John Conchar and Jake Laravia try to do that. So I'll give Isolo a little bit more like credit in regards to his lineups he chose to go to. The minute shit still sucks, but it was good to see him know what lineups work and actually put lineups out there that works. But yeah, man, that small forward conversation, bro. That battle for who gonna be that starting four. I mean that starting small forward, man. I'm hyped to see what that's gonna look like. I'm hyped to see what that's gonna look like. But yeah, get the guys back, man. Get Dez back. I see Vince ramping up. Get Vince back. You know what I mean? And get to, January, December with a good, what I'm saying, little record. And we're gonna get Gigi back and we're gonna try to make a run at this thing, man. Get to the deadline, make some moves, and get better. And let's keep going up. That's all I got.
For sure, man. I'm with Miss McCrimmon though. Jalen Wells is strictly a two to me. Like I know this is the era of positionless basketball and the Grizzlies are trying to, but Jalen Wells is a shooting guard on this team. Um, so the conversation ain't at the small forward for me with him. It's at the shooting guard position. Now, of course,
I
right
was talking
now
about Santi
it's
too,
still
my
long.
bad.
Well, yeah, Santi, yes. Um,
If he's
I
just a
don't know, man.
two, how can because Gigi he be getting slotted at four in some of these fantasy lineups I
Yeah,
be
he
seeing on the
do.
timeline. So
Well, he gets slotted at the four a lot because of the way the Grizzlies has used him a lot. Like G League, he was strictly a four. A lot of the times last year he was brought on off the bench as a four. So I know from my viewpoint, it's kind of just the way the Grizzlies has used him, and somewhat of the way that the NBA is starting to trend. But I mean, I would use GG as a three though. That's just me. But he is more of a 3-4 though. Like with him, I think he is more of a 3-4. It's just with Wells, I don't know what it is about with the three with him, but I just he just a shooting guard. Like the way that he plays the game just screams shooting guard to me. Um, but like I said, for now, Desmond Bain is our starting shooting guard. Like he is. I know I've been kicking up some dust around it, but right now Desmond Bain is our starting shooting guard, and he probably will be for the foreseeable future. But um, Jalen Wells, to me, Jalen Wells got to have to be playing over a Luke Kennard right now, though. Like I think that's where the conversation really lies. Like he has to come off the bench over a Luke Kennard at this point. I don't even care if the game dictates how many threes it needs to come back or get ahead. Jalen Wells is showing that he could probably feel it, especially and with the defense. So, let me go ahead and get the UL again, and then Big Grizz and OTG.
All right, man. Thanks for letting me come back up again. It'll be quick. Just had to point out two things. First is I think it was like mid to late second quarter when I think Jaren was the number one option out there. I think it was him. I want to say Santi, Pip, Lil Ravia. I can't remember who else was out there, but I think that was the lineup. And the offense was just so stale, and they were not playing through Jaren like at all. And this started to piss me off. I'm like, bro, like it was just doing a lot of passing, a lot of dribbling, and they just weren't handing Jaren the ball in the post and letting him bang it out. I'm like, bro, that's a mismatch. It was I think it was one of the Lakers rookies. I think his last name started with I can't remember what his last name was, but bro, that was his matchup, and they were just not passing bro the ball. I'm like, if y'all don't give Jaren the ball and move out the way, I was just wondering, like, we went on like I want to say 2 or 3 minutes without a score, just like any type of scoring. We were just doing crazy plays right out the shot clock. I'm like, bro, please just Jaren has that matchup. He can win that. Why aren't they passing him the ball at all? That was just one thing I remember watching from the game, and it just started to get me mad on the inside. Like, bro, Jaren is the best player on that court right now. Give him the ball, bro. That is your number one option. But not only that, but I did want to reinforce what Great Company man did say, bro. Like it's only 10 games in the season. Ja already snatched the face of the league. It just snatched the chain back, bro. I don't want to hear about no Ant, no SGA, especially no Halliburton. Oh God, I don't want to talk about that man up in fucking Indiana. But yeah, man, Ja already faced the league. Yeah, snatched the chain back 10 games in. That's my goal.
For sure, man. He definitely has. I don't think it. To be real, them dudes was just placeholders, man. Especially Halliburton. That dude was never even in the conversation. Brunson, Brunson has a good team around him. He a good player, but he don't belong in no damn conversation. Um, Ant Man is good, bro. Like Ant Man is a good player and all, but he's not John Morant, bro. It's simple. Um, yeah. So shout out to 12. Shout out to NBA for making this push with 12 once again for the face of the NBA. Him going at it with LeBron tonight. The iconic photo that Devin Walker tweeted out tonight. I'm guessing that's a Joe Murphy picture, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to Joe Murphy as well. But yeah, like 12 is 12, man. He's him. None of these younger cats can hold his jock strap, bro. Like that's just the way I feel. But go ahead, Big Grizz and then OTG.
What up, Grizz Nation? Yeah, you were speaking all facts on the job front, man. I just hate that the refs ain't giving that man his respect as a superstar in this league. I don't like the fact that they had like the Lakers had like two fouls in the whole third quarter. That shit was retarded. I love the game that the Grizzlies played on them though. Space floor, 52 points from the bench with the man that created the offensive system running the show. That's a pretty good look. He got the most out of his players. Like for it to be his first game as a real head coach to make all the calls and decisions that a head coach make. Io Solo did a good job on that. Um, some more stuff I like to talk about Jalen Wells, like we were talking about. Yeah, he deserved. I would. That starter position, man. That's I know when Gigi get back, it's gonna look like when Vince get back. But for what he gives you right now, as far as staying in front of people with the ball, defending with vigilance, moving over screens, and being able to stay with some of the quicker guards in the league and everything that he's doing, and still be able to spot up and shoot that three like that, and still he put it on the floor some too. I see in this game all the way inside and out today. It's like they growing in front of our eyes. I love what I see, man. For a rookie to be doing that, who would be in a full healthy season, he would be our 10th, maybe 11th option on the team. That shit is some good shit to see. That means the future is bright for most of the staff that we got. Even the Huff, man. Huff put up. He gonna get you some buckets. He gonna do some shit in the game. He gonna get you some blocks and he gonna get you some buckets. I see that now. Huff is if they play him right, he could easily be a candidate for six man. I say it like that because they got well starting. But if it get to a point where the rotation crack back down and say Wells have to start coming out the bench, Wells could be very much in that conversation for rookie of the year and or six man of the year even because of how they playing and how they playing right now. If they keep this going with the assists turning up like they did, they started out cold. They started out not playing their way the first half. That shit was ugly. That was the out the mud old school style basketball game. Turn over here, a shot here, another turnover, a missed pass, miscommunication, all that stuff. But they fixed all that. They came out third quarter and put their foot on them folks' neck and kept on walking when they got through. I like that. I hate that shit with 12 when they didn't call that. That should have been a foul that got him possibly hurt while he's in the air. He just ran through his whole damn body. That shit is ridiculous. I would complain about shit like that every time I see it. I don't care who it is. That call should have been made. But I don't know what it is about the Lakers and the refs. But they got this thing with the refs where the refs they get all blind and shit. They don't see shit like that. I was over in the Lakers little space before I came over here and saw y'all open up the grid space, and it's turmoil over there. They sound like when we lost to Brooklyn that first time over there on this side. But I know I could run on all night about it. I'm just happy with what I seen from the team. I'm happy with the effort we got. Scotty got his good revenge back on him. I know Anthony Davis didn't play tonight, but I think he probably would have caught a little hell tonight too if he was still any kind of way injured. So they did right to sit his ass out. Cause we know AD stand for always down. And I'm gonna leave that right there. On that note, I'm finna go and mind my greatness at this job site. Y'all enjoy y'all night. I'll probably be around and pop back in though if I hear something.
No, I appreciate you as always, Big Grizz. And yeah, if you did miss it, we did touch on the jaw foul. Egregious that it wasn't any type of call, but it should have been a flagrant too. Whoever Colocolo probably should have been kicked out the game. All that stuff, like it's just egregious, man. And to Dez's point earlier, it's heartbreaking that we didn't have one guy on that floor that ran up on him and protected Ja. Like we're Memphis, bro. Like you got to protect you got to protect your star player. I don't like. I said that Edie wasn't out there, and I think that Edie probably would have, but whoever was out there on that court at that time, even a Jake, because Jake threw a medicine ball. He threw it down. I ain't never seen a hospital ball thrown in an NBA game, but damn it, Jake absolutely threw it. Uh, um, but yeah, somebody gotta run up on him at that point, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to end up in the first row. Cameras all over the place. It ain't got to be. It definitely doesn't have to be Malice in the Palace. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying you gotta be ready to go to war for your superstar like he ready to go to war for y'all. And he showed that tonight. Like I said before that first half, him and LeBron was going at it 1-on-1, mano a mano. I kind of didn't like some of the things that I seen from Ja in that situation. I would have liked to see a little bit more of his basketball mind being used. But at the end of the day, it's competition, and it poured over to the rest of the team. And then Jaren had his chance near the end of that third quarter to go at LeBron as the Lakers kind of closed it back a little bit, and he succeeded. So shout out to 12, shout out to Trip, Edie. Like I said, before the end of that fourth quarter, when they had everybody, just emptied the bench and everything, Edie only had 13 minutes. Not mad at it because at the end of the day, third quarter they blew the whole game open. But like I said, somewhere in that 10-minute stretch between that 8-minute mark and the of the first quarter, and then bringing him back in the 8-minute mark of the second quarter, they gonna have to chop that up at least by at least 5 minutes. They're gonna have to chop it up, in my opinion. But go ahead, OTG.
Yo, 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 what's good, man? Tonight it was a great win. You feel me? Jalen Wells, he balled the hell out tonight. Hey, I want to see him in the starting line. Even though I know you can't put 200 million on the bench, but I want to see him in the starting lineup and let Bane have that Manu Ginobili role for the team. You feel me? But tonight was a great win. Edie, he did good. I don't know why they took him out early. You feel me? Because he was ball. He was the best player. The first 5 minutes of the game, he was the best player on the court. So I don't know why coach took him out, but it is what it is. But I understand why he took him out in the second quarter, because LeBron started cooking his ass and he needed somebody with quick feet to start guard LeBron, because LeBron started hitting them 3 points at the top of the key. So I understand why he took him out in the second quarter. But I want to see him get more minutes. But Huff, he balled out tonight. It was a revenge game for Huff and Scottie Pippen Jr. I continue to keep saying that Scottie Pippen Jr. is the best. He is best backup point guard in the league. I think he had like 16 points tonight, six assists. You feel me? He was very efficient. We cleaned up on the glass. We beat them 60-47, and we shot 50% from the three on 34 attempts. So when we shooting threes like that and we rebound like that, we ain't losing no motherfucking games. You feel me? And I say it again, Jalen Wells, he got all these point guards at 201 popular. He locking their ass the fuck up because Austin Reeves couldn't do shit at the beginning of the game. You feel me? But tonight, like I said, tonight was a great win. It was a great win. It was a much needed Western Conference win because we got the Wizards Friday and we got Portland Sunday. So we need to go on ahead, stack some wins up. Cause guess what? We got the Lakers next Wednesday. Then after that, we got Denver. So we need to go on ahead, stack these wins up. You feel me? And that's all I want to say. I appreciate y'all. Go Grizz, man. Whole lot of Memphis shit. Let go.
Appreciate you as always, man. And you're right. Just good to get a Western Conference win, especially against the Lakers. Of course, the AD was out, Rory Hachimura was out, but regardless, hell, we had Desmond Bain, Marcus Smart, GG and Vince out. Shit, we had plethora out as well. Um, Vando, I meant to man, what's up with him? Does anybody know? Like, what's up with Jared Vanderbilt? Like, that dude's been hurt for 2 years, damn near. I feel like we ain't seen dude since we played him when he was on the Timberwolves. Um, but
Hey, dare I say it? Chandler Parsons 2.0.
shit, he really is, bro. Like I said, I think Ant trolled him the first game that they played. Like, bro, I ain't seen you play in 2 years. Um, but anyways, shout out to the game once again, man. Definitely got a little playoff atmosphere there. Got a playoff atmosphere there in that end of that first half as well. The back and forth between Ja and LeBron. Um, you
And I
know,
was not to cut it. I want to say that was the first time all season that it felt like a Memphis Grizzlies game. Like Ja, he set the tone. Like we ain't going for no bullshit tonight in this motherfucker. Like he set the tone. Like y'all got up fucked up, and I like that tick. You feel me? That shit had me turned up, man. Like that shit was live as hell. And like I said, that was the first time all season. You feel me? It felt like a Grizzly game. You feel me? But yeah, that shit was live as hell.
no, for sure, man. You could tell the Grizz fan base definitely sold their tickets. don't blame them though. Get your money because that's what the ticket, what the Lakers will do for you. It's gonna raise them ticket prices. But like Dad said, shout out to everybody that bought the resales from the Lakers side